So, do you mind showing us your sprouts?
Well, I've eaten a lot of them already, but I can show you the couple that I have still in my messy kitchen. These now look like grass, but these were lentil sprouts at one time. Now they're full greens. So if you ever wondered what lentils look like, these are lentils. These are some of my favorite sprouts. These are mung beans. They're very watery, and they're basically ready to eat. I've eaten some already, but these are like, I make these big batches of mung and put them on salads and everything else. I could just eat them, snack on them myself.
And they are amazing, guys.
I love them.
Very good.
Very watery. Very fresh. And these are some of my favorite sprouts. They're not ready, but they're peas.
Yum, peas.
And in a couple of days they'll be growing these nice long white stems, and they taste actually delicious when they're sprouted like that.
Cool. Awesome. I love it. Thank you.
I didn't get a chance to show you the sunflower, which is your favorite.
That is my favorite.
They take a little longer, but they're very powerful.
They are.
And they're
amazing.
You discover them as you go along. You try things out. And they work great in salads. You know, they work with foods that you already know. And so they just kind of give you that extra living life energy.
That's exactly what they do. They give you that sort of extra, like, life force energy that I was saying that you want.
Exactly.
Because they just amplify that. You know, like, I'm always talking about source energy to everyone, and I'm always talking about, like, vibration and frequency. And so I just think that this whole living food thing, it's all about that, and it just makes so much sense because of that. Like, if you are putting in higher frequencies, you are going to put out higher frequencies. I mean, I think it's like in combination with how you feel as well, like your emotional state. But just being raw just makes it that much easier to feel great.
Well, I think, I mean, it's there's a lot of things. It's not just food, but it's just part of the whole picture. Whatever your journey is, or wherever you are in your journey, I mean, the food, that aspect of it could be one thing that helps you complete that whole picture. It's definitely going to change the way you feel, because anything you put in your body will affect the way you feel, will affect the way you respond to it and everything like that. And so it's going to have either a negative or positive effect. And so if you're trying to do other things, it's going to require a certain amount of energy from you, whether it's psychological things, spiritual things, metaphysical things. The way you feel is a big part of that, how you tap into those things. And so just putting a lot of living foods inside you could just complement everything else that you're trying to do. And so it's just something to help you along the way.
Thank you, Franz. Amazing. Cool. So, I mean, like, I'm just doing the raw thing, you know, and I've made my breakfast, I've made my lunch, I've made my dinner, but what about, like, dessert? Like, what are some good, you know, healthy, raw, sweet, delicious dessert foods?
Well, it depends on how, you can get very creative with raw desserts. I don't have some of the equipment to do those kinds of things, but
like what? Like what kind of equipment would you need?
You can get like a blender, a juicer, a dehydrator, things like that to help you along the way. I mean, I eat very simply, but if I had those things, I would make things that look very elaborate, you know. You could. What we did the other day, we could have expanded on. Where I take a raw young green coconut, and you can put that with the water and the filling and make a shake out of it. You can add raw chocolate with it and make cacao. Make some kind of cacao shake or some kind of cacao pudding or ice cream with it.
But like what kind of sweetener would I add to it?
You can add...
That's raw.
You can add... Well, there's There's a lot of things you could add actually to sweeten it this raw. One of the things that I use to sweeten things are either grapes or raisins because they're very easily available. Some people like to add raw honey. Some people like to add agave. And all, anything fruity will sweeten up like a dish. I don't need a lot of sugar because in a dessert because I eat so much fruit for breakfast. But if that's what you want, yeah, you could sweeten that with any kind of fruit or some kind of raw honey, organic raw honey or something like that.
Cool. So like raw honey, raw agave nectar, like you could blend raisins, could you?
Yeah.
Like if you had like a Vitamix, maybe make a raisin paste.
Yeah.
Like a date paste, perhaps.
Dates, they're very sweet. Yeah, I should have thought of dates. Yeah, very sweetening. It also thickens up the food that you're making. So if you have something that's like I say coconut is very watery, the water, dates can thicken it up and add all that sweetness to it. So there's a lot of different combinations you can use. Combinations, you blend things that are fattening with sweetening and tart flavors, like you can add gingers and things like that can add a lot of spice if that's what you want. But it'll all be raw and it'll all kind of, you'll find the right combinations. Dude,
I'm wanting that ginger, cacao, almond butter, agave nectar, coconut pieces,
wow, that's
all in one in the refrigerator.
Yeah,
and eat it.
Pretty interesting.
Like 10 pieces.
I mean, it sounds like it's pretty easy to make. You just kind of blend it in the right way, But all those things, so all these things kind of help you kind of like transition into what's your regular diet. I mean, you may want to, you really can't live off dessert. but it'll help you stay raw and like eventually keep gravitating until your chemistry changes. You'll have less processed foods, less artificial chemicals and substances in your body, and more natural living things. That's going to ultimately change your chemistry.
So you won't desire those things anyway because
out of your system. You'll desire them less, and then like your taste buds will be acclimated to understanding what vegetation should taste like, and then that you'll gravitate towards that. And so anything that keeps you on that path, whether it be like very delicious desserts and things like that, it's all serving the purpose of like helping you change your body chemistry, and your food habits will eventually change your thinking, because your chemistry's changed, and you won't be so weighted down with digesting, because you'll be digesting a lot easier, and that could help you just have more energy to do things that you may feel like you need the energy for in your path, in your journey, whatever it is.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Thank you so much. I mean, you've just answered my question, and I think to all the people out there who desire healthier choices in life, those who want to raise their consciousness, I think like raw is definitely the way to go. I mean, not to say that you have to be raw to raise your consciousness, but it helps.
It helps.
Right. And you don't have to be like raw vegan 100%. I mean, as long as you're getting 75% raw foods, the key, people, is that you want living food in your body to sustain you, living energy, so you can be one with source energy. To put it in a nutshell. Like, Ron, do you have any last words?
I'll say I wish everybody good luck on their journey to healthier living and healthier thinking and feeling. And if the raw diet can assist in that, then by all means take your time with it and use it to help you elevate your consciousness in whatever way it can. And that's it.
Well, and I mean, that's just so cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Will you ever like show us like how to make something? Like salads?
I would love to. Next time, I'll prepare a salad from scratch.
Wow, I can't wait to have it.
I would love to share it with you.
Thank you. Bon nuit.
Bon nuit.
Ciao.